What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Walt Dude over here. Today I'm going to drop for you my predictions on the Clash of Champions pay-per-view tomorrow night on the WWE Network. This is the first time I'm dropping a predictions video, so for me this is a very special video being a huge WWE fan. So I hope you guys enjoy. If you do, drop a like after you watch this and subscribe to the channel. Let's get to it. First on the card is going to be the triple threat match for the Cruiserweight Championship between the champion Drew Gulak against Humberto Carrillo and Lince Dorado. I'm from Puerto Rico, so I'm a huge fan of Dorado. It's a huge honor to see a Puerto Rican being on the WWE main roster. I'm not supporting him because I don't think he's going to win. It's going to be Drew Gulak, in my opinion. If 205 Live is going to be cancelled and the Cruiserweights are going to be moved to NXT, Drew Gulak is the champion that you want on that roster. So you want him to be the Cruiserweight champion. He's already worked in NXT. He has to win this match. Following that, we got Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss defending their women's tag team titles against Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. Mandy and Sonya, they don't fit to be the champions right now. So I gotta go with Bliss and Cross. They just recently changed to baby faces. There's no need to just take the titles from them right now. I think they're gonna win. And of course, Bliss is a very good marketable female champion, and the tag team titles need that right now. Following that, we got the SmackDown tag team titles between the New Day and the Revival. The champions, they need to either defend more of those titles or they need to lose them. So I have the Revival winning the titles. The New Day hasn't defended those titles, I believe, since winning them. So that doesn't work in my eyes. I got the Revival winning. Of course, I see them moving more to SmackDown than Raw. They're competing for the SmackDown tag titles. And in my eyes, that's a good way to introduce them to the SmackDown scene more often by winning the tag team titles from a great team like the New Day. Speaking of tag titles, let's go with the Raw Tag Team Championship match between the champions, Universal Champion Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman against Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode are an amazing tandem. They're just new. They just started, but so do the tag team champions. They started 4 weeks ago, maybe a week or two before Ziggler and Roode did. So I have Ziggler and Roode winning the titles. Of course, there's going to be shenanigans. Rollins and Strowman are going to cost each other the titles. There's no doubt about that, but they're not keeping the titles. There's no doubt about that. So I got Ziggler and Roode winning the titles after some shenanigans between Rollins and Strowman, meaning we're gonna have new champions. I have the Intercontinental Championship match between Shinsuke Nakamura and The Miz following that, and of course I got Nakamura retaining, even though The Miz should be breaking Chris Jericho's record because WWE won't want Chris Jericho in their record books, especially with such a big name title having Chris Jericho at the top of their most reigns. But it's not going to be now. I think Nakamura and Zayn have a great pairing, and they can't start that on the wrong foot. They need to have Nakamura retain his first title defense since joining Zayn, and this is going to be it. Miz is still a marketable superstar. He's still going to be on Raw. He's still going to be on SmackDown with or without the championship, so he doesn't need the title more than Nakamura. Speaking of mid-card championships, let's go to the United States Championship. AJ Styles defending his title against Cedric Alexander. I think Styles has this one in the bag. Although it's going to be an amazing match, I don't want to get my expectations up because Ricochet and Styles at SummerSlam and Extreme Rules didn't deliver the way we thought it would. So I don't want to get my hopes up. Still, it's going to be good. It's going to be very, very entertaining. And I got Styles winning after maybe an 8, 10, 12 minute match. That puts Cedric Alexander on the map more. And now let's talk about the pay-per-view's black sheep. It's going to be Roman Reigns facing Eric Rowan in a no disqualification match. Why do I call it the black sheep? Man, I think this storyline, after being one of the best things the company had, they just like they just missed the correct turn and they're going downhill right now. It's gone downhill. It's not working right now. I think Eric Rowan has benefited from it, but Roman Reigns looks stupid right now. He looks like, I don't know, like he shouldn't be in this position. He should be in something better. At the start, he was doing fantastic work, but right now he feels like he's coming out to cut a promo on who he thinks did it. Now that it's Rowan cut a promo, they brawled, and Rowan got him like with a camera or whatever on SmackDown. Now they have a no DQ match. You had such good booking at the start. Of course, I have Roman winning this match. I don't think Eric Rowan still has it to beat Roman in Vince's eyes, but he still is gonna look good. And I believe if my hopes pay out, I think Roman is going to be attacked by Bryan after the match, and Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan are going to prove that they have been working on this all the time. Probably Bryan sells it that, you know, he's so crazy that he didn't mind getting a choke slam through a table to prove that Rowan did it by himself and stuff. But yeah, that's for SmackDown. That's not for the pay-per-view. For the pay-per-view, I got Roman winning and Daniel Bryan joining Rowan to attack him post-match. And now let's go to the women's division title matches. I have the SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley taking on Charlotte Flair, and I have Bayley retaining the title via disqualification. I think Sasha is going to somehow cost Charlotte the match by having her like attack Bayley in a way that she and Bayley were, you know, okay with. Oh, okay, attack me like that so I can retain the title. Maybe a punch to the face. Maybe she smacks her from on the back. I don't know. And Bayley then leaves smiling with the title, like, yeah, it was a plan all along. Screwing Charlotte out. It's going to play to the Raw Women's Championship match. Right now, let's go to the Raw Women's title match. Becky defending her title against Sasha. I have Sasha winning this match without Bayley interfering. I have Charlotte coming into the stage, going to walk to the ring, attack Sasha for what she did. Maybe this distracts Bayley, like Becky, excuse me, like, I don't need you. Why the hell are you outside? Like, why the hell are you here? When she's turned her back to Sasha, Sasha hits the bank statement. She taps out. Bayley, in the meantime, has attacked Charlotte by now to not allow her to attack Sasha and interrupt the submission and cause a disqualification. And now we have Bayley and Sasha Banks as the Raw and Women's champions. Excuse me. And now let's go to the main events. The WWE Championship match first, because WWE doesn't like their WWE Championship anymore. They just love the Universal Championship because it's red and because it's on Raw. So let's go with a WWE Championship match between Kofi Kingston, the champion, and Randy Orton, the challenger. I have to say I want Randy Orton to win, and I have Randy Orton winning. I have maybe the Revival and the New Day. Revival trying to distract Kofi. New Day comes out and helps Kofi, attacking the Revival, causing a distraction. Kofi turns around, goes for the Trouble in Paradise. He misses. Randy Orton gets it with an RKO out of nowhere. Learning from SummerSlam's mistake that he should go for the pin immediately, he goes for it and he wins the match. This is going to have New Day without a championship after going to the pay-per-view with both SmackDown Tag Team titles and the WWE Championship. Now we have the Revival and Orton, who are now pairing as the champions heading into Hell in a Cell. I have the SmackDown Tag Team titles booked for Hell in a Cell, a rematch, and Orton versus Kofi in a Hell in a Cell match, a rematch. But this is going to help Kofi big time. The New Day need to be underdogs once again, like they were years ago. They were underdogs when they started in 2015. They were underdogs and they were hated when they were heels, but when they were faces, everybody loved them. They stopped being underdogs by then, but yeah. Kofi should benefit more from being a challenging underdog and winning the title maybe at TLC in a TLC match or something like that. And yeah, The New Day as a tag team, they need something. They need to be challengers. They need to feel that they won the titles, like Big E and Saber, because right now they feel like they're just, you know, Kofi's friends, and that feels so wrong because they're so talented. And the Revival and them can have amazing matches just like they had with the Usos 2 years ago. And now WWE's main event for, of course, the Universal Championship, which they are in love with. We have Seth Rollins defending against Braun Strowman. I have Rollins retaining, maybe a distraction from The Fiend. Black lights go out, lights go out, lights come back up. Rollins has Strowman in some, you know, weak position, and he hits the curb stomp. He doesn't know why he's there. He hits a curb stomp. He hits another curb stomp because it's a monster, and he retains. And then lights go out again. Lights come back up, and the Fiend is behind Rollins. He has the mandible claw on him after, and that closes the show. You need heat between Rollins and the Fiend. Maybe Strowman gets the Fiend on Raw 2 weeks before Hell in a Cell. The Fiend destroys him, building him up for Rollins as a credible challenger. Right now he's a credible challenger, but he's had only one match, so I don't know, maybe he needs another match with a great opponent to decimate, and that helps him being a credible champion. After, of course, I think he's going to win the title at Hell in a Cell, but that's not the subject today. So yes, these are my predictions for Clash of Champions. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, like I said at the beginning, drop a like, subscribe if you haven't. I'd appreciate it very much. Thank you guys for watching. Hasta la vista, baby.